Hey, welcome to Coding with Drew. In this section, we're going to learn about bash command called find. Find command can be found in man find, and we're going to look at the instructions on how to use it. So find works very similar to, if you open up Finder, this search box here. So whatever we put in here, it will search, and you can specify where you're going to search at. So this Mac, for example. So let's learn how to navigate these man pages a little bit faster. Instead of using down, we can use D, which will go down a full page, or B, which will go down a full page. Or we can use U for up. Go down to see one called name, and that's what we're looking for. So we're just down until we get to name. There it is. All right. Name is the flag that we're going to use. Basically what it says is if you pass a pattern after the name flag, it will search for that pattern. Now, a pattern could be a specific word. It can have a wildcard. It can have a question mark. And it can have brackets. These are almost exclusively used for regular expression. Now, you don't need to know a whole lot about regular expression right now. The only thing I want you to know is the star. The star is a wild card, meaning any character or no character at all. We're going to see that now. So let's press Q to close that out and clear. All right. So find. Now, this command requires an absolute path. So before we do that, let's see what our absolute path is currently. It's /users/admin. So let's search in this directory, find /users/admin, and then we're going to type in -name, and then inside of quote marks, and these quote marks are important, we're going to say star Google star and end quote marks. And so now you see the path for all of the files that have the pattern of anything Google anything. So it can be nothing, Google software update, it can be .google. It can be any number of these potential options. Now, if I was to do find and do it on the root directory, you'll see that can't forget the quote marks. Google, this is going to take forever, and I'm going to see a whole bunch of errors saying that it cannot search because it doesn't have permissions. So permission denied, and this is because it's looking in libraries that your current user does not have access or permissions to search because it doesn't own them. I'm going to close this because it'll take quite a while to search through your entire hard drive for anything with wildcards, and those wildcards add a lot of overhead. Another thing to be mindful of is in your Windows computer that you've had in the past, you've always had this task manager. Mac comes with force quit, and so you can force quit applications, but it also comes with, if we go to our launch pad and we type in activity monitor and go to it, we have this fancy little tool that shows us what our processes that are running are and which ones are eating the most of our CPU. Right now, activity monitor is eating the majority of my process power. But you can do the same thing inside of your terminal, and it's a command called top. So top will show you the exact same thing. And you can see the command name, and you can see the process ID associated with it. And then this is constantly updating. So the only way to close this is with Control C. So Control C or Q are typically the ways that you would close a lot of running terminal processes that are continuing to go. So let's say, let's go back into the top. Let's say we wanted to kill a process that's eating the majority of our processing power, our CPU. Whatever's at the top of this is going to be the highest CPU. So we can go, and it's constantly changing, but we can see its Windows Server is the top number here. But I'd rather kill something that's a little less impactful. Let's kill iterm2. So iterm2, if I can find it, has this 10125 PID, and the PID process ID. So if I Command C, close out of that, the 10125 is the PID. And I can say kill -9, and it'll kill iterm. So iterm just closed. If you're ever in a position where there's a running command that you're not familiar with, or you can't close by normal means, this activity monitor or the top with kill -9 would be how you do it. I hope this has been somewhat informative on ways that you can close problematic applications or terminal processes in the future, and also how to find applications or files if you know what you're looking for. One last thing that I'd like to demonstrate is how to search for files of a certain file type. So clear this out, and we're going to go back into ZSH. Clear. Okay. So let me make this larger. Clear. Okay. So find, and then if I wanted to search, I'm going to do users/admin, and then I'm going to do a name, and I'm going to search for .txt. Now, we can't forget our quote marks, so let's make sure we get those. So we know that there's a file with a file extension type of .txt. So we're using a wildcard the extension type, and this should come up with a number of them. These are all files within users admin, so you can see that's in the file path, and we have all of these ending with .txt. Okay, I'll see you in the next section where we learn more about grep, how to make files, delete files, and open them.